I was born in a little place in Ireland in County Kerry, and I remember as my mum and dad started out in life, they had very little income. My mum is a teacher, and when I was 7, she and my dad brought me to Trinity College because she was attending a course here. I remember thinking what an incredible place this was, and somebody like me, with very little, might be given the opportunity to study here one day. I entered Trinity in 2016 and am now on my 3rd postgraduate degree. Meanwhile, I became a class rep and discovered that I could also really be of more service to students because I care so much about people. I worked my way through college with part-time jobs and everything I could find as an undergraduate. And when I left, I didn't care about making a lot of money. I just wanted to see if I could make a difference. I climbed into an ambulance with a student who was all alone at the beginning of the pandemic and have continued to work hard through COVID ever since. I've continued to care, to fight, to lobby and to work for you day and night as Vice President and now President. During the day, I have lobbied the government nationally for you to extend your visas, to consider your years studying on a student visa in Ireland to count towards citizenship, for a reduction on your health insurance and anything that will make your life better. I fought in provost hustings and pressed college to improve mental health supports for employment contracts, disability benefits, maternity leave and a fair wage for every hour you've worked, and to reimburse you for hours worked or lost in clinical, counselling and field placements, and your lost student experience this year.
If we were to get to September board, would it be 3% fee certainty for non-EU PGTs?
2020 was a GSU presidency like no other. There was no field guide. When COVID started, we as postgraduates had to learn our way through it. At night, I answered my phone to students in distress during lockdown who simply had no one. I travelled back home through empty streets in the early hours, only to get back up the following day to represent you in more than 2,000 meetings with college and students this year. I successfully lobbied college and won to provide Trini screen lamp testing and on-campus antigen testing and an app which will launch to the postgraduate community this June to protect your PhD research and your summer dissertations.
Gisele was instrumental in bringing out the COVID-19 testing programme TriniScreen and made it widely available to the postgraduate student body, which allowed us as postgraduate researchers to return to the lab and conduct our research in a safe and effective manner.
I set up 5 new PG support projects for postgraduates who are parents, have a disability, who need support around gender identity or are part of ethnic minorities in Trinity. I helped with prescriptions and groceries when it is the weekend and nowhere is lending.
When I was discharged, she personally picked me from hospital and she took me to my apartment. She was kind enough to also cater for the bill for my prescription, and she also bought for me some groceries that I needed to use.
And I see where an emergency fund to offer €100 instant loans for these little emergencies to postgraduates is needed. We held focus groups with the Dean of Graduate Studies and ISI and set up a support network for PhDs suffering secretly with long COVID. I have lobbied for more safe study space to open to provide postgraduate jobs across campus. We started with one steward in September in the 1937 reading room, and now we have hundreds working across campus managed by the GSU. We manage the bank, the exam hall, TBSI PAC labs, the library, the tents, the computer labs right across campus, and study rooms out to St. James's Hospital, creating a little community in spite of the pandemic. I introduced free hot water right across campus as a college policy back in 2019. I've made real progress with the team, and I understand the current system and the experience and expertise of working with college services and schools throughout COVID. With the partnerships we've built, I believe these will help me build a union to serve you better and help bring more change. Now, it's exhilarating to me to think, as GSU President, that I could improve all our lives for the better and bring more care to those of you who have lost so much this year. Please vote on June 9th to 11th on your TCD email. I look forward to working for you, lobbying for you, and fighting for you and caring for you, and serving you for hopefully one more year.